here at ABC Radio Brisbane. But some new figures out, and speaking of population growth, this plays into this a little bit because these figures, released exclusively to ABC Radio Brisbane this morning, show almost 1 million households across Australia are estimated to be in mortgage stress. And whereabouts in Brisbane is most at risk of this mortgage stress? Martin North can tell you. He's a finance data analyst. He's been studying household finances across southeast Queensland and crunching the data for you. Martin, how do you classify mortgage stress?
Okay, so we look at it on the basis of cash flow, so money in from all sources and outgoings rather than a set percentage. And so we're looking whether households are above or below water on a cash flow basis.
So, because I've heard the term, if you're spending more than 30% on your mortgage repayments, you'd be stressed, as a percentage figure.
Yeah, that's not a very good estimate because there are some well over that and some well under that. It really depends on the personal circumstances and, what debt people have and what their expenses are. So I don't look at it on a set percentage. I look at real cash flow because, if money coming in is lower than money going out, then you're going to have a problem.
A big problem. And where in Brisbane, as you look at those figures, where in Brisbane is seeing the most at-risk suburbs?
Well, so the top suburb is 4300, sort of southwestern suburbs, like Belleville Park and Brookwater, for example. And those are real mainstream suburban suburbs. And so some people might find that a bit surprising, but that's the number one. And more than 3,400 households are registering in stress there, and some could well default in the next 12, not a huge number, but some in the next 12 months. And then if you go to the northern suburbs, 4034, that's a sort of a more disadvantaged fringe area. We call that, because it's on the outskirts of town, a lot of new development, a lot of more smaller blocks there as well, and a large number there, more than 3,000. Then you go to the southern suburbs like Camp Hill and Carina Heights, places like that. And if you go out to the Hills District, for example, to 4053, that's number 5 on the list. And that's a more mature, stable area, so older households. And again, you wouldn't necessarily expect to see a lot of issues there, but we've got more than 2,000 there registering in mortgage stress. So the point to make is it really does touch a lot of different suburbs, but a lot of different types of people too.
Yeah, and in there at number 4 is Western Suburbs with the postcode 4069. I mean, that takes in Chapel Hill, Pullen Vale, Kenmore Hills. Some of those areas are considered, pretty well established, professional people, reasonably moneyed people on big lots. I guess earning a big income doesn't exclude you from experiencing mortgage stress.
You've hit the nail on the head exactly. So they'll quite often have an investment property or two as well. They'll have a big lifestyle, but actually their incomes have not grown that much over the last, 4 to 5 years. But the costs of living are extremely severe, electricity, fuel, childcare, school fees, you can go down the list. And with large mortgages, because property prices have gone up and multiple properties, multiple leverage, so a lot of these more affluent households have real issues in just managing the cash flow. Remember, interest rates are ultra low at the moment. The concern I have, of course, is that rates may go up, and that will then tip more people into the problem area.
That's a very worrying scenario. Martin, appreciate you crunching the data on that for us. Thanks so much.
Good to talk to you.
Martin North, a data finance analyst. So those top 5 suburbs, 4300, 4034, 4152, 4069 and 4053. The Brisbane postcodes under mortgage stress.